Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach you Redox reaction chapter class 11. So this is the main important chapter in class 11 and it's very easy also. You can score the maximum marks in this chapter. So in this chapter, I'm going to teach 3 subtopics. What are those 3 subtopics is, first one is calculation of oxidation state, second one is how to calculate the stock notation, and third one is how to identify oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Okay, without wasting time, let us start the video. So the first subtopic is calculation of oxidation state. So let us take the first example as H2SO4. So here you can see they've underlined sulfur. What do you mean by this? Means you have to find the sulfur's oxidation state. So when they underline this, so you have to take it as X. So let us solve this. So what is the state of hydrogen? 1, right? So you have 2 hydrogen. So that's why you have to write it as. So 1 into 2 plus. You don't know the sulfur value, right? So just write X plus. So oxygen is a anion. So you have to write -2. So this is the fixed value of oxygen. So always write -2. So you have 4 oxygen. So write 4 is equal to 0. That's all. The first step is very simple. I'm going to repeat it again. So hydrogen is 1, so 1 into 2 because there is 2 hydrogen plus X. Sulfur you don't know the value. Here, so -2, the oxygen fixed value. Hydrogen and oxygen fixed value is 1 and -2. So oxygen you have 4, so -2 into 4, that is equal to 0. Then what is 2 into 1? You know right? 2. So plus X. So after this, plus into minus is of course minus. So what is 2 4s are 8 is equal to 0. So after this, right, X is equal to 8 minus 2. What is 8 minus 2? 6, right? So always you have to write plus 6. So this is the value of sulfur. You just have to remember only sulfur value, okay? So always remember sulfur is plus 6. It can't be minus. So always oxidation state will be plus only. So remember this value because in future this will help. Sulfur value is plus 6. So let us have the second example, that is Fe3O4, ferrous oxide. So here they have underlined for Fe, that is iron. So we don't know the value of iron, so we have to find the oxidation state of iron. So what you have to do? X, you have to take it as X. But you have another value, that is 3. You have 3 iron. So what you have to do? Into 3. Plus, what is oxygen? -2. It's a fixed value I told. Into, you have 4. So 4 is equal to 0. So what is 3 into X is 3X. So plus into minus is minus. 2 4s are 8 is equal to 0. And then X is equal to, you will get as a division value. I mean, you have to identify here. So you can't subtract or you can't add here. So the value will be 8 by 3. So plus 8 by 3 is the answer. Because you have to divide here. Okay, you can't subtract or something like that. So the value of X is 8 by 3. You may ask, can I get the value in fractions also? Yeah, you can get. But this is in rare cases. So mostly they may ask in this form. Okay, they won't give you fraction values and all. So the basic questions will be like H2SO4 like that. Fine. So did you understand what's the oxidation state and how to find the oxidation state? Okay, so if you still don't understand, just put a comment that I'm not understand are not understood, so that I will send you some other link for free. Okay, so that I can teach you and you'll be understood very easily. Fine. So we'll go for the next topic, that is stock notation. So here is an example for stock notation. They have given TiCl4 and they have given Ti as +4. So how to do this? Stock notation means you have to write in Roman numbers. Remember, you have to write it in Roman numbers. This they will ask you for 1 mark. You have to write in Roman numbers. So Ti, just write Ti bracket this value 4 in Roman number and Cl4 as it is. Only this much. That's all. If they're given, you have to check this value and write it in Roman numbers. Very, very simple. I'll give you the second example for your more understanding. So MnO. So they have given Mn value as +2. So what you have to do? Just write Mn as it is, bracket this value in Roman number, close the bracket and O. That's all. This is the answer. Very simple, right? This is called as stock notation. They'll ask for 1 mark. Or they may ask you this in MCQs also sometime. Fine. So let us move to the third topic, main topic, that is how to identify oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So let us take the first example, that is Zn plus CuSO4 is equal to ZnSO4 plus C. So this is the chemical equation. So first method, step 1 is oxidation state of these equations. So what is the oxidation state? Just now we had learned how to find the oxidation state. So you have to find oxidation state for this Cu, Zn, again Cu. So this we call it as reactant side, and this we call it as product side. You have already learned this. So you have to you have to check for Zn and ZnSO4, CuSO4 and Cu. You should not check the oxidation state for this and this, because you can't check for reactant side reactant only and product side product only. This is wrong. Okay, so let's find for, I'll change my color for better understanding. Okay, so Zn. So what is Zn? You don't have any value, so it is in neutral state. So just put 0. I'll teach you this also, how Zn becomes 0. See, if anything, see here you have ZnSO4. It is combined together. It is not neutral. So if they give you Cu or Zn, Fe, like simple values, just its value is 0, 0, 0. That's all. Its value is 0. So now Zn became 0. Now this thing CuSO4. How to find CuSO4 oxidation state? It's like before only. Just write, so this you have to write in working column, okay, CuSO4. So now see, this value you shouldn't find. You should find, but here the main is Cu. So Cu you have to underline for Cu. That's all. You shouldn't underline for sulfur. You shouldn't underline for oxygen. So Cu you have to underline. So it became X because you have to find Cu value, that is copper value, then put it as X. Okay, so I'll just write it again. So this is value X. So just write X plus sulfur value. That time only we had found out what's the sulfur value. See here. What's the sulfur value here? plus 6. Okay, so please remember only sulfur value all the time. Plus 6 is the sulfur value. So what sulfur value is? Plus 6. Plus oxygen value, I told you, always minus 2. So you have 4. So into 4 is equal to 0. Then after that, what you have to do is, x is nothing but x only. So plus 6. So here plus into minus is minus. 2 4s are 8 is equal to 0. And then x is equal to 8 minus 6. X is equal to plus 2. So what's the value of copper? The oxidation state of copper is plus 2. You have to erase this because you shouldn't do in the main column. You have to do in the working column. So what is this? Cu is plus 2. So what is the value of Cu? It is plus 2. Or if you get confused, don't write this. Yes, you shouldn't write product. Just because of your understanding, I wrote this. Don't write product and reactant side. So for this, do it upside so that you won't get confused. One down, one up. So this is value is plus 2. And here Zn is a 4. Again downside because reactant in product. That's why. So I'll just do Zn here. Zn is a 4. So Zn we don't know. So x plus, what is sulfur value? 6 plus minus 2 oxygen into 4 is equal to 0. So x plus 6 minus plus into minus, minus 2 4s are 8 is equal to 0. X is equal to 8 minus 6 again is equal to plus 2 only. So Zn is also plus 2. So what is the value is plus 2, right? We got plus 2. Fine. So here, what is the value of copper? It doesn't, I told you Zn 0. When it is in neutral state, then you have to put 0. That's all. Okay. So now you have to combine this to this, this to this. Understood? This is first. For understanding, I'm telling this is first. So first to first, this is second, this is second, second to second. Understood? So here you have to see that here plus 2 it became 0. That means that it is reducing. 2 to 0 reducing, no? Here 0 to 2 increased. So always for oxygen you have to do, oxidizing agent, minus it will come. That is minus 2 electron oxidized. Oxidizing or oxidized, anything you can write. See, minus 2 electrons oxidized. Here it became 0. So plus, always reducing agent is plus. Plus 2 electrons. 2 electrons is reduced, right? So reduction or reducing, anything you can write. Reduction, reducing, oxidizing, oxidation, anything you can write. Fine. So for oxidation, always it is minus, reducing always plus, this symbol. If you don't write this symbol, they don't consider it. Fine. So plus 2 it becomes 0. So 2 electrons reduced. Here Zn became 0 became plus 2. So 2 electron oxidizing. And only this much you have to not leave. You have to write another one step. What is that? I'll write here. Oxidizing agent. What is oxidizing agent? Here we know this Zn. Zn is the oxidizing agent. Am I right? So you have to write Zn. Okay, so what is reducing? You have to write reducing agent What is reducing here? CuSO4. CuSO4 is reducing here to 0, right? Plus 2 is reducing to 0. So what's the value? CuSO4. So if you write this, you get 2 marks. Sometimes they'll ask for this for 3 marks also, because for this 2 mark and for this 1 mark you get. So this is the very simplest value. What you have to do, first I'm going to repeat it again, just listen carefully. Zn plus CuSO4. What you have to do, again product side, reactant side, product side, reactant side, product side. So Zn, when it is in neutral state, 0. So you have to find oxidation state for Cu, oxidation state for Zn, then Cu is always 0. So 2 electrons is reducing. For reducing, it's plus, always plus, and for oxidizing, it's always minus. That's all. This you get for 3 marks and 2 marks. What's very important here is finding the oxidation state. Very, very important. Fine. So thank you. If you have understood, please like my video and share it with your friends. Bye. And also I'm going to give you a homework. Yeah, homework is left, right? If you've understood properly, then you'll be able to do this homework. I'll be writing that homework question in the screen. You have to give the answer in the chat box. So homework question 2, right? Question 1 I only solved. H2S plus HNO3 is equal to NO plus S plus H2O. So this is the equation. If you have understood properly, then you will be able to do this very, very easily. So that's all. This is the homework. You have to answer in the chat box.